Hi guys, welcome to the Original Gamers UK and to a video about a game that I never thought I'd be able to truly appreciate, and that is Dragon Force 2 on the Sega Saturn. Dragon Force 2 is a sequel to my favourite game of all time, the original Dragon Force, but Dragon Force 2 was never released over here officially in England, so it didn't have a translation and it was always in Japanese. And even though I had the game on the Saturn and I've been able to play on it and I've completed it probably about 5 or 6 times, as you can imagine, I didn't really know what was going on in the storyline. I only had very limited knowledge and I was like, is that who I think it is? Is that what's going on? Trying to kind of piece it together over the years. And then anyway, a couple of years ago at the gaming market, someone was selling the complete English translation of Dragon Force 2. And it was like £10. I was like, what? Like, surely that's not gonna like work. It's not just as simple as buying this. And you know, the dude said you just need an action replay, and I was just like, well, it's a tenner. Like, even if it doesn't work, you know, it's worth a shot after all these years. So I'm sure some of you like kind of know this story. But yeah, so anyway, I went to buy the game and he went to open it up to kind of show me it, and he was like, someone stole the disc. And we were both just like, as you can imagine, it's his business, so he was gutted. And I think he found out also that there was a few other games missing, so that was really unfortunate. And I was also like, oh damn. But then he kind of sent me down this path of trying to find out how to get hold of this game. And then a few months later I got hold of it, I think it was off eBay or something like that, and I got the complete English translation for a bit more, but nothing too pricey. And it didn't work. I did a game pickups video, and I'm not sure which one, but I did the whole story about it, and Simon was there with me, hearing this heartfelt story after all those years, finally getting to play on it, and it wouldn't work. And after doing some digging, I kind of found out that you had to like do certain things with the Saturn, and like the action replay that I've got, it allows you to save, it allows you to play import games, but it didn't allow you to play copy discs, and that's what this is. But anyway, I then realised that you had to have a pseudo Saturn with like Kai software or whatever it is. I'm not really technical with anything like that, so yeah, but I needed a pseudo Saturn. But after looking at the prices of those, really expensive, and you also like need to know that you're getting the right thing. But a few weeks ago I did get a pseudo Saturn, and I have been able to finally play Dragon Force 2 on the Sega Saturn after having it, and this wouldn't even be an exaggeration, I'm going to say, you know, like 15, 16 years at least. My brother bought me Dragon Force 2, knowing it was Japanese, but been able to play on it all those years ago. And I've just been having the best time ever, reliving all the nostalgic memories and actually be able to truly continue the story of Dragon Force and be like, oh, that was how I thought it was, and oh, that's not what I was going for. You know, some stuff's obvious, like there's returning characters. I'm not going to go into all those because maybe a lot of you watching this video haven't played the game. But yes, some like returning characters, and you can tell who they are because it has the images up. But other things, like there's a talking fox in the game, and he's like actually a character who's been like reincarnated as the fox. I was like, oh, that's him, holy shit, right, okay, that makes sense. So been absolutely loving it. The only thing I can say though with the pseudo Saturn is I'm not sure if you're meant to be able to save on this as well. I'm sure you are, but what I'm having to do, and I don't really like doing it, is I turn the console on with my action replay where it has all my save data. I then cross that over onto the system, the Sega Saturn system, turn it off, quickly put this in, and then it loads up the game, registering the save data it thinks is on the system, and then being allowed to play it. Because originally I was just kind of like, well, this does everything. This allows me to, you know, save, play imported games, play copied games. No, so if any of you know the reason why that is, or if that is actually intentional, let me know. I say I have been able to complete the game, but sometimes, you know, I'm just worried about it damaging the Sega Saturn. and also sometimes it can take, you know, 5 or 6 times to load it up because it's not sure if, like, it will sometimes say the file's corrupted and it's not. I've been able to, you know, persevere, but if you just want to quickly get onto the game, that would be like my only thing that I'm thinking, is that normal? Because I don't want to do any like permanent damage. But it was just kind of tell you guys, yeah, Dragon Force 2, finally I've been able to play on it, and, you know, loving it. I mean, of course it doesn't come close to the original Dragon Force in terms of gameplay, music and all that, but for nostalgia, being able to continue a storyline, like, wow, and thank God I finally been able to do it. So yeah, that's one of the things that I've been playing a lot during lockdown. I'll read you the blurb on the thing. So for those of you who maybe are interested in getting it, I got this off, remembering now, Etsy. That's what I got it off of Etsy. And I also got the pseudo Saturn off eBay. And if you're wondering how much I paid for them, I think this was £15 plus shipping. And the cartridge, I managed to get it on auction, not a buy it now. And I managed to get the pseudo Saturn for 56, and it did come in a box. So I don't think I did too bad after all these years. I definitely don't, like, knowing it works now, would I play this again? Yes, in a heartbeat I would play it again, pay it again. So yeah, so experience the exciting sequel to the acclaimed strategy role-playing game Dragon Force for the first time with its complete English translation. Thank you to the people who did this, by the way. Dragon Force 2 takes place more than 500 years after the events of the original game, and I didn't know that. There are 8 scenarios to play through, and players have the ability to mix 2 different troop types with generals, forging system, and even a Japanese voice dub to enhance the overall game for retro gaming purists. Yet with the forging system, that's been one of the best additions of having it in English, because if you played the first game as much as I have, you can kind of piece together what's on the main menu, you know, where you've got your list of captives, you've got your list of officers, but the forging system is kind of like, well, you can't even work out what you've got. And now it like makes sense. It's been like, oh, you kind of like get told recipes, and if you put these 3 things together, you're able to get this. It's like, oh, I can actually do that now. So guys, just to let you know, I've been playing a lot of the Sega Saturn recently, and it's just kind of like reignited a thing for retro gaming, right? Why you know, I've loved it so much, but it's just been really nice to go back and play it properly.